I'm going to give you 6 tips to help keep your children safe when they're using technology right after this. Step 1 is to always have children use technology in a public space. Now, what I mean by that is don't let them go off into their room with closed doors and use a device. You want to make sure that they're using it out in a living area, at the kitchen table, or somewhere where you can monitor without watching over their shoulder the entire time. Tip 2 is to make sure that you are aware of the apps and websites your child is using. You need to make sure kids know what apps are approved or not approved by you so that they are only using apps that are safe for them. My kids know what websites and apps they're able to use, and if they are found using some other app or website, then basically they lose all of their technology privileges until I feel that they are ready to be responsible enough to use technology again. One thing to keep in mind, no matter what website or app you're using, is to know if it has a chat feature. I make sure I have kindergartners through 3rd grade, so younger kiddos, so no app or website that they are using has chat features. If you have older kids, you're gonna have text messaging and apps and Facebook Messenger and all of these different things that allow chat features. So what you wanna do is just make sure you talk to your kiddos and make sure they know that if there's ever anything that they are uncomfortable with, that they can come to you and get assistance if needed, or just be able to talk and just know how to handle those situations as well. So I'm really glad I don't have a teenager in this time right now. Those of you with teenagers and all these chat features, power to you. Now, many of us are busy and we don't have time to always check every little nook and cranny of every single app or website that our kids want to use. So a few places you can look to get a little more information on these apps without you actually having to use them is Common Sense Media and Protect Young Minds. Both of these websites have resources available to let you search for an app or a website and be able to see what kind of content's on there so that you can decide if it's something that your kids should be using or not. My 3rd tip is learning about parental controls. Now, no matter what device they're using, whether it be an Xbox, a computer, a phone, or anything, a tablet, there are going to be a bunch of different ways that you can protect your kids on those devices. I highly recommend you go to Google or the YouTube search bar and type in the device you have and just search for parental controls and see what comes up and see if any of those can help you. I know with young kids, I had iPhones and iPads that they would sometimes use, and so learning about screen lock and learning about time limits on certain apps. All of those things, again, I can't fit all of those for every device into this video, but I know there are videos out there that will help you with that. So make sure you are aware of the parental controls you can use with your kiddos. Now, you may want to go one step further and making sure you're monitoring all of the devices and all of the technology in your household. I'm going to link to a video that I found by the Culture Project, and he goes in depth about some programs that will help you monitor your children's technology use. These are going to be paid programs like Covenant Eyes, Bark, or Circle of Disney. If you haven't heard of any of those, definitely check out his video. He goes in depth on what they're for, if you even need it, and how you can make sure to help keep your kids safe. I do not have any of these programs yet, so again, I'm just referencing if that's the stage that you're at and you need a little more assistance, there are programs that can help you. The Culture Project video also mentions some resources to help educate yourself and help you educate your kids about how to be safe with technology. This is jumping straight into my This is gonna help jump us into my This is going to help jump us into my 3rd tip of making sure you educate your kids on how to be safe online. You want to make sure they know never to give their personal information out. They want to make usernames that don't tell who they are or what age they are. And when it comes to passwords, they need to make sure that they're never sharing passwords with anybody, except for you, of course. Also, there are many websites that require lots of downloads, and so you want to make sure that they're never downloading without your permission first. Because again, you don't want to risk getting a virus and having it totally break your computer, or worse, track your movements or whatever those terrible things are that can happen. For those that are using chat-based services, you want to make sure that they're never responding to a bully. If somebody is saying something that is mean or something uncomfortable to your child, you want to make sure they know that they can come to you and show you what they said so that you can take care of that in the real world, not online. Oh no! And that brings us to our fourth tip, to make sure that you educate your kids on how to be safe with technology. Tip number 5 is the use of a webcam cover. Now, you don't want, if somebody was trying to access your child's computer or anything like that, you want to just make sure that they have a cover. You can find some cheap webcam covers that stick and allow you to open and close the webcam on Amazon. So I'll make sure to link to those down below. But to be honest, we use sticky notes, we use Band-Aids, I use tape and paper. Like I said, the webcam covers look really cool and are cheap, but if you're in a pinch, you can cover those with whatever you have lying around, and that should also work. And for my last tip, tip number 6, is time limits. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you every kid should have a 60-minute time limit on all technology devices or whatever, no. But you do need to decide what is gonna work for you and your family and make sure to just follow through with that. So if you have a rule of when all of your schoolwork and chores are done, then you can do technology, that's fine. You wanna make sure kids know when they are able to use these devices. Some people, like myself, may have, they can use these devices when schoolwork and chores are done, and then they can ask. It doesn't mean I'm always gonna say yes, but those are the times that they should even ask. I don't want them coming up to me in the middle of a math lesson saying, hey, can I go play Scratch? And it's like, you've got stuff to do. So I don't have a set time limit, but they do have certain times when they know it's okay to use technology or not. I don't know about you, but with my younger kiddos, I do find when they're on screens too much, and again, I don't have a set time limit of when that is, but they do get more cranky and moody, so they really do need to still get outside, go do something else, even, draw or color, not just go straight to technology all the time. Did I miss any tips that you use with your kids that you think would be helpful to others? Make sure to leave those in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to get more homeschool content just like this. See you next time.